Man, how many times are you gonna do this to us, man? See, how many times are the Ravens gonna do this to us, man? It's we're too old for this. What's going on, LBHT crew? Uh, look, a win is a win. Obviously, it wasn't a pretty win, right? I can't remember the last time we had a pretty win, but we got it. And shout out to Dandy. Dandy's here.
What's
4
going on,
interceptions.
Danny?
4. Yes, I feel your pain, Dandy. And look, no excuses, man. 4 interceptions are 4 interceptions. That was just a terrible game by Lamar Jackson. 2 of those interceptions, okay. The one got batted up in the air by Bateman, right? It wasn't intended for him. I mean, that caused the interception. Okay, whatever. You can live with that. That last interception he threw to Mark Andrews, okay, it's 1-on-1. You expect Mark Andrews to fight for the ball a little bit more. Fine. But the other 2 were just awful picks, man. And, look, when you already throw 2 interceptions in a row, you can't have any more, right? And you throw 3 interceptions, you can't have any more. It doesn't matter what the excuse is, man. You got to protect the ball. So, yeah, no, man, not a good game by Lamar Jackson whatsoever. He has to do better than that. So hopefully this is his last bad game, because the schedule is only going to get harder from here on out.
Yeah, I didn't really look at it as too bad of a game. Not from Lamar. Lamar played awful, but I was pretty encouraged. The defense showed up and played fantastic this week.
Yeah, shout out to the defense, man.
Particularly Owe, Patrick Queen, Tyus Bowser. They all played great, and it was the first time that you've been able to look at that defense and say they won them a game.
Absolutely.
They showed up. They completely shut down Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They gave up a play here and there in the pass game, but nothing egregious. They obviously they only gave up the 10 points. So the defense was outstanding. It was nice to see them finally really, come out and show out and play the way that we thought they would be able to play coming into the season.
Yeah.
So it was a great game from them. Obviously, like you said, Lamar was awful tonight. And
awful.
When Lamar's awful, the offense doesn't really have a chance to do anything. So yeah. I don't have any real doubts about the offense turning it around. I don't think Lamar's going to play that way. He doesn't play that way often. That was arguably the worst game of his career.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't expect him to play that way moving forward. I expect him to play much better, and hopefully the defense can kind of take tonight and keep it going for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's what we need. And shout out to Emphasis. He says, "What's up, y'all? Sloppy week." Yeah, but we got the win, man. Big Reg 29 says that was hard to watch. Yeah, man. It was. I was saying the whole game. I was like, what an ugly game. What an ugly game. J Will 501. What's going on? Oh, what's up, Couch Rider?
Yes. Look, we're not changing our minds week to week on these coaches. The coaches got to go.
Yeah. This isn't like these aren't like rash decisions or we're not making decisions, but rash opinions, right? Like we're not fickle like that. We're not thinking it week to week. Oh, we had a good week, or we're back on wink, or we had a bad week. We're off a wink. That's not how we came up with our opinions. This is over the course of years. And yes, he needs to go. I don't care how well they played tonight. This team sucks. The Browns suck, man. We should have dominated them, right? We should have dominated the Dolphins. We should be dominating some of these teams that have been getting over on us. It's good that they play well against this Browns team. They should. Baker is all beat up. He's not playing well. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm glad. They definitely carried us tonight, but that's what we paid for, right? That's where we put all of our resources. They're supposed to do that. So just because they did it one night doesn't mean we're going to give Wink all these flowers. Hell no. Keep doing it.
Right. Man, what is this nonsense, King?
What's up, King? Another beautiful when Cam gets benched and Panthers getting benched. Oh man, hate over there. Yeah, Cam didn't have a good game. And again, man, look, But we'll talk about that in a minute. Cam didn't have a good game.
The Browns' defense is far from exceptional, my man.
Yeah, no, they're not.
They are not. Everybody thought they were going to be, but they are.
They're supposed to. Yeah, they had expectations, but no, they're not. Myles Garrett is exceptional.
Yeah, Myles is.
JOK is having a good rookie year. You're absolutely right. But no, their defense overall is not a good defense. Their team overall is not a good team. Like they're a bad team all around. All right. They did have high expectations, but no, they're not living up to it.
Emphasis: Houston low-key got robbed of a sack in that last possession. I think that still counts towards that living legend. At some point, he got to get somebody on the ground, man. Like,
man, do we have to put this to a vote?
I felt bad on that one. Like he was so close. He was so close.
I jumped out of my seat because I was like, because what are we at now? Like 1 sack is all he needs. Is it 1 sack?
I think it's still 2, right?
We gave him credit for 2 sacks, I believe. We gave him credit for 2 sacks. I think he might need 1 more sack to get this shirt. I jumped out of my seat. I thought he was going to get it. I was like, you know what? No, look.
What's up, Eric?
What's up, Eric L? Look, the last sack has to be an official sack. Look, we've carried Houston up to this point. Houston has to do the rest on his own. He has to get that last sack. All right. Yeah. He'll do it, though. He'll do it. All right. Jay Will says defense played great today, but Lamar got to stop staring down Andrews. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Listen, I'm here for all the Lamar criticism tonight, man. He deserves all of it. Get it together. Get it together, man. Like, he's been playing sloppy the last few games. Last few games he played. He didn't play in the Chicago game. Andrew, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Shout out to you. Davon says, Owe. Yes, another big game for Owe.
Yeah, no, Owe was great tonight. Like I said, Bowser was great. Patrick Queen showed up and was making a lot of plays tonight. So it was really nice to see, particularly the young guys, step up and play really well.
Yeah. Z the Beast. What's up, Z the Beast?
Played like an old man.
Yeah. Bro, we won this game with 4 turnovers, only forced 2. And not to mention, we had the most money on IR 0-52 with 4 more turnovers with Lamar Jackson, the best third down. I'll take it. I won't take that, man. I mean, look, I'll take the win, but I mean, I'm not jumping up and down about this, man. Like, that's fine. It's good that we can win like that for sure. But we got some big games coming up here. And if you think we're going to be able to skate playing like we played tonight against, the Rams, against the Packers, I mean, even against Cincinnati again, nah, man, we got to do better.
And we did get an anonymous cash app saying LBHT on our way to 1K.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We are, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So, if you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you are subscribed, tell a friend, tell a family member to check out the show and help us get to that 1K by the end of the year.
And if you want to be awesome like the anonymous donor, right below B, $LBHT show. That's our cash app. All right. You can go ahead and leave a donation and leave your comment, and we'll read it on air. All right.
Appreciate that, Couch. And also, you want to go over to Couch Rider Ravens channel and hit that subscribe button as well. He's on his way to 1,000 subscribers as well. So, if you're not subscribed to him, definitely head over there and hit that subscribe button as well.
Yep. And shout out to Deep Mahmood. He says, thank goodness that the gift TD that the refs gave Cleveland didn't hurt. Yeah.
Listen, I was fading in and out of consciousness during this game. I was
you are.
I was falling asleep. But I was awake for that ball bouncing off the turf up into that, and was it Njoku's hands? There was no way that was a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it bounced. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, you don't see it bouncing off the ground.
Right at it.
That's another thing I want to bring up too. One of those interceptions that Lamar threw was not an interception. It was the diving one. I mean, he threw so many interceptions; it's hard to keep up. I think it was like the second one, but like when he dove, he caught the ball. The ball hit the ground. It bounced up in the guy's hands, and he got it. They tried to say he maintained control. He didn't maintain control. That should have been that should have been incompletion.
But listen, he was so far off on that pass. You take it. You get what you get on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not, it is what it is. What's up, Andre Mears? Thanks for coming through, man. Danny says it was nice to see Queen play so well. Hopefully we can keep up this defense. They didn't even get tired. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad he came back in the game. He was hurt. I'm glad he came back.
I'll tell you what, you don't get tired as quickly when you're playing well.
Yeah.
We did get another cash app from our guy Tony Hendo. So
appreciate you, Hendo.
Chuck Hands of Stone Clark is a liability.
That goes right along with the next comment I was about to read from Nitro.
Bringing the negativity tonight.
he said Chuck Clark's missing interceptions every game. Every game.
I know why Hendo said that though. Hendo said that because he can't say nothing about his boy Queen tonight.
Look, that drop interception. I mean, he caught it, cradled it, and then said, "No, too easy."
He said, "Baker, I forgive you."
I honestly thought, I was like, man, here we go. This is how it ends for us. All right. But man, shout out to the defense tonight, man. Shout out to the defense. No shade to them. They played really well. They carried us this game. And sometimes you gotta have that. When you have a good defense, sometimes your defense gotta be able to carry the whole game. It can't just be on one person because the offense was not getting it done. Yes, Davon, we are the number 1 seed. So that's another thing I wanted to bring up. Right.
And 1 second before we move on, Couch says getting out of here. Last day in Disney World. Gotta get to bed. Thank you for coming through.
Nice,
Couch.
man. Enjoy that.
Enjoy the rest of your vacation, man.
Yeah, for sure. So number 1 seed, man, after all the bad play we've been talking about for the last few weeks, just sloppy play. We are still number 1 in the AFC. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what does that mean? It means, look, we're number 1 and we can maintain the number 1 seed if we start playing better, right? There's no excuses. I don't want to hear about IR. I don't want to hear about anything, right? We are the number 1 team in the AFC. Keep winning, maintain that number 1 seed. We have to just start playing better all around. We're getting on Lamar tonight. Lamar, whatever it is, man, start eating better. I don't know. Whatever it is you're eating, man, switch it up, man. No more McDonald's for you. McDonald's is you're cut. You're cut. No more McDonald's. Stop hanging out with Chad Johnson, right? None of that. Okay. You gotta be on point every week from here on out. Defense, keep playing the way you're playing every week. Right. The O-line, I mean, just
every time you look
say a prayer. Say a prayer for the O-line.
Alejandro Villanueva was horizontal, or on his way to being horizontal.
I mean, he's getting depleted on some of these plays. It's like, what are you doing? How? Look, man. He needs to just work on his form because he's naturally tall, but like he's just way too high. What's up, Darren? Darren says, yeah, no excuses. Lamar's picks were terrible. That's right.
You brought that up. We did get a couple cash apps here. An anonymous one. When do you think Roman and Harbaugh are leaving? Man, listen, if they keep winning games, they're not going anywhere. I think there's a chance that they move on from Roman or try to kind of slap some handcuffs on him at the end of the season. But, they're 8-3.
Let's just be real about it.
They're probably not. Harbaugh's not going anywhere.
Harbaugh's not going anywhere, but let's be real about it. If we fire Greg Roman today, what would be the impact on this offense?
I think
none.
I think it'll be very positive. Well, you get somebody in there who knows how to call plays. We did get a cash app from our guy Darren as well. He says, I should not be a GM, Owe and Steve. I being Darren, I want to make that clear. He's talking about himself. Owe and Stevens made plays tonight. Yes. Yeah. And again, it's always nice to see the young players, kind of stepping up and filling those roles that you were hoping they'd be able to fill at draft time.
I'm very happy for Owe. I'm very happy for Tyus Bowser because earlier today, I was throwing a fit on the phone with Brodny because I don't know if you guys have been keeping track of our previous edge rushers, but one is competing with Myles Garrett for Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, Matt Judon, he got another sack today, in case you were wondering. All right, he's up to 11.5 sacks on the season. All right, the other one is Yannick Ngakoue. He has 8 sacks on the season. Our edge rushers that we got rid of because they weren't getting enough sacks are killing it on other teams. They are killing it. So back to the question earlier, I think Cash Rider Raven, he left earlier. He asked a question about Wink. That's why Wink got to go.
Yeah.
That's why I want to fire him, right? Because we already had players that could get it done the edge, and they just couldn't get it done in his system.
Danny said, I'm praying Yonda gave AB some pointers while he was on the field. He gave some pointers. He said, listen, everything you're doing, stop it, do the opposite. He gave him the old Willy Wonka pointers. Scratch that, reverse it.
I got a pointer for him. Retire.
Yeah. Nigel says, Bowser looking like our best defender. Yeah, I mean, look, he's a guy that, we mentioned him last week or the week before as a guy who had a ton of talent coming out and was just kind of surprising that he hadn't really kind of blossomed. And I think it was because they keep moving him around and everything. They got him being a jack of all trades instead of just letting him, find a role and play that role. But, he does seem to be kind of stepping up and trying to take charge of that on his own at this point as well.
Look, I'm going to be real with you. I think Bowser is another player. I feel like if he was on another team, he would look like a beast. It's a straight up beast, right? You would see him get more sacks than what you're seeing right now. You'd be saying, man, how come he's not doing that for us, right? There's 3 players that we have now: Zadarius Smith, Matt Judon, and Yannick Ngakoue, who come here not look like much of anything. Well, Judon, I told you guys, Judon was that dude. He just didn't have the double-digit sacks, but going to different teams and just absolutely killing it. Right, that is coaching.
Yeah,
nothing else. Coaching.
Dan says, "Can't wait for us to not pay him, and he goes to the Chiefs or something."
Yep, that's what's going to happen.
The Raven way.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Jonathan?
You want to pitch in on an all-you-can-eat buffet from Marshall Yonda? Need him to bulk up and get back out there and block for Lamar on Sundays.
And listen, the Marshall Yonda that's out there that was out there tonight. That was pumping the crowd up. He can come as is and block better than Villanueva.
I don't wish that on him, man. Like, anytime you see an O-lineman, we saw this with Jordan Gross in Carolina. As soon as they quit, they drop a ton of weight and they look so happy.
Yeah.
They look so happy. Yeah. Like, go live your life, Marshall. Don't worry about this.
So yeah. First seed, like I said, I don't want to turn this into us just bashing the Ravens. Well, we're not. I mean, they got the win. Not a pretty win, very ugly win, but we still won. Number 1 in the AFC, man. Like that says a lot about this team that we could still be in this position, because there are other teams in the AFC that are looking like they're starting to heat up. The Patriots are starting to heat up. The Chiefs are starting to heat up, guys. Right? Like there's some teams that are looking like they could be a problem.
Yeah,
and we're staying ahead of them.
That's just saying the Chiefs are 7-4, and the rest of the division is 6-5. They might not make the playoffs. The problem there is the Chiefs are hot, and the rest of that division is ice cold right now.
Yeah.
The Chargers are falling apart. The Raiders are falling apart. I mean, Denver got the win today because they were playing the Chargers, but they're not playing particularly well. I think the Chiefs win that division going away the rest of the season, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's close right now for sure.
All right, let's discuss your Panthers real quick, and then
I don't think we have to do that.
Real quick, because look, there's a correlation here. We always find a correlation between the two teams, right? So look, Panthers got stomped out, right? 33-10. Cam Newton got benched today. Right?
Yeah, he was playing horribly. He was 5 for 21, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He had a rushing touchdown on like their first or second drive, but he was horrible today. And fourth quarter, it was about, I think, 10 minutes left, and they were down 30-10. They benched him for PJ Walker, who came in, got sacked on his first play, completed a pass on the next play, and then threw an interception on the third play. Yeah. And, it just got to the point where I'm like, what was the point of that? When I'm just thinking about Matt Rule, and congrats to Matt Rule, because he got me past the point of being angry about the loss before the game was even over. Like, what was the point of benching Cam Newton in a game that you could not win? Yeah. There was no shot of you scoring 3 touchdowns in the last 10 minutes and coming back, especially with PJ Walker. He can't do that. And now all you've done is, one, you've embarrassed Cam more than he embarrassed himself with this play. You embarrassed Cam. You kind of shook the confidence in Cam, that the rest of the team has.
Yeah.
And you bought yourself 2 weeks of questions on who your starting quarterback is, because they have a bye week, and that's all anybody's going to be talking about.
So, I listened, actually heard this part of the broadcast tonight. I usually turn the volume down just low enough to where I can't really make out what they're saying, right? But I did hear Chris Collinsworth when Mike Tirico asked him about Lamar throwing 4 interceptions, right? It's late in the game. Like, hey, look, he's got 4 interceptions. Like, what do you do with Lamar? Like, what are you thinking right now? And he's just like, I'm thinking you got to get the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he
right?
laughed. He's like, give him the ball.
he just laughed. He's like, I don't ever want that man to lose confidence. Or to think that I don't have confidence in him, no matter what the circumstance is, because that's the only way we're going to win. And that's exactly how Matt Rule and that staff needs to look at Cam, right? You have to show 100% confidence all the time, even in a blowout. Because and another perfect example is the Steelers. They got blown out today. They didn't even think about taking out Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger was worse than Cam until that fourth quarter when he got a late touchdown. But he had 2 picks. One was for a pick 6. Right? He didn't complete that many passes either. I think he had like 9 completions up until the fourth quarter. And they said, no, we're going to keep him in. Why? Because that's their quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? So
we did get another anonymous cash out where Cam will bounce back. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I agree. I think he'll be fine. But that's the other reason that you don't take Cam out of the game. He hasn't been playing. He was in training camp with the Patriots. He got released. And he hadn't been playing until a couple weeks ago when Carolina signed him. You didn't start him against Arizona because you knew he wasn't ready to play.
Yeah.
He needed reps. He needed to get on the same page with the receivers. He needed to learn the offense. And then, you started him last week. He played well last week against Washington. And now this week, he played poorly. He still needs reps. He still needs to be out there playing. He still needs to get on the same page with the receivers. And you took that away from him in this game. Like, maybe he would have kept playing bad. Maybe he would have ended up with 4 interceptions like Lamar had. Who cares? He's not a rookie. He's not a second-year player. You're not going to hurt Cam Newton's confidence. Cam Newton thinks he's the best guy on the field every time he steps on the field, no matter how he's playing.
Yeah.
He needed to be out there throwing the ball, getting in sync with the offense, learning the plays, learning the receivers, learning where they like the ball, learning the timing on the routes, and you took that away from him for absolutely no reason. So you can go and watch your boy PJ Walker prove yet again that he's not an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
That's something that we've seen over and over and over. And everybody likes PJ Walker, but he played it well with the Colts. He was awful. He played in the XFL. Okay, he was good in the XFL with guys who aren't professional football players.
Yeah.
Now it comes to Carolina, and you see what he is again.
Yeah, you don't need to waste time with him. And that's why I'm bringing this up. Nitro says it. Like, Cam is still learning the playbook, and y'all not even out of the playoffs run. Now, losing these last 2 games is pretty much going to take them out, to be honest, right? Like, they needed to beat Washington football team. They needed to beat the Dolphins. But no, technically they're not out of the playoffs yet. And this goes beyond getting to the playoffs. Because before they signed Cam, before they brought him back, everybody pretty much was like, yeah, that's it. It's a wrap. We're looking towards next season, right? But you got Cam back now. It's about next year for the team. You want to see what all Cam can do out there. So you want to play every game like you're trying to make the playoffs. You want to show that you have that complete faith in him, and you want to see what Matt Rule can really do with this team. And at the end of the year, you get all the information that you can possibly gather, and then make a real decision that everybody is going to walk away from and respect. So you go out there, you play Cam as much as you can, and if he doesn't have it anymore, right, and you say, hey, look, Cam, like, we gave you, all the opportunities, just, we want to go in a different direction or whatever. He ain't gonna have a problem with it. The fans ain't gonna have a problem with it because you gave him that opportunity, right? Everybody's gonna be fine with that. Or he shows you that he still has something left. Okay, cool. We don't need to even worry about entertain having look for a quarterback next year, and we can just build around Cam. for another year or two or whatever. So that's why it's vital to give him all the reps now and to be 100% on board with him. Because if you waffle even a little bit, they're gonna see it, because you did it already with Teddy Bridgewater. You've done it already with Sam Darnold. If you do it with Cam after they had to beg him to come back, right? Tell him, hey, I'm sorry, can you please come back? Nah, man, that ain't gonna be a good look.
And that's the thing that I really don't understand. You ran Cam out. It was a very unpopular move at the time with the fan base. You went and you handpicked Teddy Bridgewater. That fell apart. That blew up in your face. You got rid of him.
Yeah.
Right. Then you went and got Sam Darnold. That blew up in your face. You didn't get rid of him, but we're trending in that direction. And then you had to go and like you said, beg Cam to come back and be your quarterback. If you're Matt Rule, how do you not understand that you can't bench that guy? That he is the quarterback for the rest of the season, period. You know, we brought it up previously with the Giants as well. They fired their head coach for benching Eli Manning and embarrassing him.
Yeah.
He was awful at that point. Everybody knew Eli was done. Everybody knew that they needed to move on from Eli, but their backup was Geno Smith. He wasn't the future of the team. They didn't have their next quarterback on the roster, so what did it matter? And their owner said, you don't treat Eli like that, because Eli is you know, he's a cornerstone of this franchise. You don't treat him that way. You did it, you're gone.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we don't want to give it all away. We're going to talk more about this on Wednesday. I'll say this, though. Defense has looked terrible the last 2 weeks as well. Yeah. They had to play better than that, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, they made Tua look like a superstar today.
And this is kind of what we've talked about as well. You know, they're a young one. You don't lean on a defense because the defense isn't going to carry your team, but also particularly a young defense. They're not going to be out there playing consistently enough for you to lean on them and win games with them. You know, they've been awful for the last. So they've got to figure out that side of the ball. But you know, Matt Rule is out here worrying about, man, I got to get PJ Walker some more snaps this week. Raven Ron says, we are not playing number 1 AFC conference football. I don't care about the record. Listen, you know, I think that as well, you know, kind of in a vacuum. But when you look at who's at the top of the AFC, none of them are playing that well. I mean, I guess you look at the Patriots. The Patriots have won, I think it's 6 in a row now. Yeah. But
so,
you know,
yeah, okay.
They're all very flawed teams.
That's the thing, right? I've looked at some other streams at some of these other.
Yeah, Standard. He got hurt again today.
Yeah, I watched some of these other streams, and I could tell you, these fan bases, a lot of them will tell you, "Hey, our team ain't it this year." Yeah. Right? A lot of them. The Patriots on a 6-game win streak, and I've watched a lot of the games, and they have a really good defense. Offense is really just whatever, man. Like, Mac Jones is really not good, but what they're doing is really cutting down on mistakes. They're just playing the most disciplined football out of everybody. But if you watch, man, most of these games, Mac Jones throws 1 or 2 really bad picks, and he almost did today. He threw a pick 6. The guy just dropped it. All right, and that was the only mistake he really made from there on out. And Tennessee made more mistakes, so they pulled away. But that's not a team that you look at and be like, oh, no way you can beat them. If we cut down on mistakes and, you know, execute, like we like to say, if we execute, we can run them off the field, right? But look, a lot of teams, I'm sure, are saying that if we execute better, we'll play better. The Chiefs are showing you that right now. But we just have to focus, right? The only thing we can do is just focus on us playing just better football, right? Stop playing so sloppy out there. And there are some things the players just need to do. They themselves need to step up in certain areas, and the coaches have to step up, not just the play calling, man, just getting these teams prepared, because they haven't looked prepared to play football since before the bye week. Yeah. Right. So something has to happen soon.
I got Quan says, I don't get the hype about Mac Jones. Why is the media trying to hype him up so much? He went to Alabama and he reminds people of Tom Brady.
Yeah, and he went to Tom Brady's former team, right? He played for Belichick, so they're trying to make those, you know, those ties. So, Mr. J says 4 interceptions and still won. Must be nice. Yes. It is nice. I I never like seeing Lamar throw interceptions at all, let alone 4. But it is nice that we could still get the win. Browns fans must be disgusted right now.
Yeah. But, it's okay because they're real fans. They can take it. But, yeah. it's I know what Mr. J's feeling. You out there and you watch the team, and when you think that they're finally turning the corner is when Carolina, they dig their deepest to hurt you.
Yeah.
But once you get numb, it's all good.
Yeah. All right.
Don't expect anything.
We're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. We're not gonna make it a long stream. It's already late. But first, shout out to everybody that donated tonight, man. I feel bad that we didn't use the other platform because we were planning on doing a quick stream. I didn't think we are gonna get that many donations. Like, we wanted to give you guys an animation, but Wednesday show it will be back. So when you make a donation, right above us on that the lunch break hot take logo, that will animate and it'll have your name on there and everything. That's one of the things that we're working on. So yes, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you coming through. Also, we want your feedback, man. So Wednesday we did our pre-recorded show. Some of you guys didn't realize it was pre-recording. Even though we said it a few times, right? We even said it at the beginning and throughout the show. But it was pre-recorded. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy it? The views seem like, you guys came through and you liked it. We monitored the chat a little bit, but that's our way of continue to give you a show even when we're not available. So if you enjoyed it, let us know, and we had some stories there. I know towards the end, people usually drop off when we're not talking about Ravens, whatever, but we're a sports channel and we had some other stories. We had a real interesting story at the end there. A Nancy Kerrigan part 2 situation. All right. So make sure you guys check that out.
Funny. It wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny. And she's innocent, by the way. She's innocent. I found out after finding out who it is. She was innocent. So
appreciate that, Tony.
It was a good show. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It says it was cool. We love interactions, though. Oh, yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But when we're not, we rather give you something than nothing, right? If we're not going to be doing a show, we rather at least give you a pre-recorded show, right? That's why we said it as a premiere, so you guys could still, interact in the chat. Cool. All right. All right. So that's it, guys. 16-10. We won the game. Because, man, this would have been a 2-hour stream, and I'd have been raging had we lost that game. Because everything looked bad. Yes. Oh, we had a good game, Raven Ron. Yeah. All we gotta do is just all I can say is just hey, Lamar, you gotta play better. Go back to the drawing board. And yes, look, Roman doesn't bring anything to the table at this point. I mean, there's nothing out there that happened on offense that was because of Roman. Even though Lamar played terrible, he's also the reason why we won the game, right? Outside of the defense, it's being able to extend the plays, getting just enough points. That's on Lamar as well. That had nothing to do with Greg Roman.
Leading the team in rushing again.
I hate that. I hate this. Greg Roman is useless. He can go. You don't need Greg Roman to draw up that play, right? Get the ball to Lamar.
No.
All right, we're going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for coming through. Get some rest. Back to work tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed your holidays. Hope it was safe. Hope it was fun. And, we will be back on Wednesday with the new show. All right, lots of fun. We're going to give you a lot more content. So, Freeman needed more touches. No, he didn't need more touches.
No, he didn't. He had, 16 carries. He did not need more.
We're going to talk more about Freeman on Wednesday.
He's Devontae Freeman.
Yeah. But, hey, appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Peace out.